What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. We just got done making the video about Monkey D. Luffy. We now have Shanks' details, and we can get a bit more info in regards to what he's going to be providing us in One Piece Treasure Cruise, not only just in normal content, but as well as his Rumble Kit. So I actually haven't read anything about Shanks' Rumble Kit, so this is all going to be pretty fresh to me. Let's go ahead and have a look. So we have his base information. We can have a little bit of a look here where his potential abilities are Hunger, Critical Hit, and Rush. Now, in my previous video, I did talk about Monkey D. Luffy, and I kind of forgot to go back to it. But with Monkey D. Luffy, his potential abilities are the Critical Hit, the Ship Bind, and then the Rush. Personally, I think the potential abilities of Shanks and Luffy are swapped. I don't understand why it's this way. Remember, in Shanks' captain ability, he sets the ship special charge time to max at the start of the quest, so he allows your ship special to be ready as soon as you start the game. So why is it that Luffy has the ship bind potential ability when Shanks actually deals with ships? And then you've obviously got the Hunger mechanic, which we know Luffy and Hunger, they go hand in hand. So it is a bit strange that they've structured it that way. I definitely think the potential abilities of these two units are supposed to be switched. So I think that might be an error. If that's the design philosophy they went with, it doesn't make sense to me. But we already have a brief rundown of what this character does. If you guys haven't seen my video earlier today, we've already talked about him extensively. Let's go ahead and have a look at his crewmate abilities though. So his first one, 150 base stats and Psi and Tandem slots are going to be matching, so Luffy had pretty much the exact same crewmate ability, and then reduces crew's charge time by 1 at the start of the quest. Yeah, exact same crewmate abilities as Luffy, so no issues there. And then the supported characters, so it attaches to Luffy, Buggy, Mihawk, Ben Beckman, Blackbeard, any of his crewmates, but also Big Mom, Kaido, Rockstar, Roger, Uta, and then again more crewmates. Right, okay. And then once per quest, if the supported character uses a special to boost attack, further increases the effect of the attack boost by 1.2 times up to a max of 3x. So again, the same kind of support effect, and we can already begin to imagine what the Ace character is going to do. So with this character in mind, like again, hypothetically, if you have a character that gives you a 2.75 times attack boost, this support effect attached to it will multiply it by 1.2. Now, that would normally get you the 3.3 multiplier, but it does cap out at the 3 times. So, either way, it just gives you more damage, so long as you're supporting a character that has an attack boost that doesn't exceed 3 times, because if the attack boost that the character is attaching to already is a 3 times boost, this support just does nothing. So, it is what it is, right? Now we have a look at the EX Super. This is all stuff that we already kind of know and we kind of understand. Again, the Rush Sugo special unfortunately doesn't have a lot of details for us. We need them to click this little button to get a little bit more information. So once the data download is applied to the game, we can actually have a bit of a look at the rush of these units and determine how good or how bad these rushes will be. But I have a feeling that they're probably going to be pretty good Rush Sugo specials either way you slice it. So Shanks looking like a pretty spicy looking unit. I'm a big fan. I think it looks pretty dope, especially with that alternating ink pen artwork. Big fan of that one. Let's go ahead and have a look at his Rumble Kit. So as I said, I haven't actually had a look at what this character does, but you can see he's a supporter style unit. And for him, it looks like he does resist action bind. Potentially might be the same as Luffy, where he also resists half stats. We'll have to wait and see. So his special at a 27 CT targets Cerebral, Powerhouse, Slasher, and Driven teammates. Very odd, okay. Targets those classes for attack level 5, speed level 5, defense level 5, and shield level 3. All of those lasting for 20 seconds. It's a very good array of buffs. And then targets attack style teammates for a special CT 20% reduction. And then one enemy with low defense gets attack times 4. I think this is pretty good actually, especially if you can build like a full team with just attack style units. You can make this Shanks just give massive buffs to those types of units. The thing is though, is that he is a supporter style, he is a Cerebral and a Slasher, and he is a Psi unit. So I don't know what the best team comp is for a character such as this. You could potentially squeeze him in on a Slasher team. I guess we can have a look at his Rumble ability. That's going to change things. So he gives Cerebral, Powerhouse, Slasher, Driven, HP level 7, attack level 7, recovery level 5. That's a bit of a weird one. And then he gives himself special, not even special CT, just normal speed up level 5 and defense level 5. I'm not a big fan of this, honestly. It's just kind of okay. I kind of wish that he granted some special CT increase, because I just don't know what this character's best team is actually gonna be. Potentially Cerebral. I know that Cerebral have received quite a lot of buffs recently, so that could be an option. You could use him in a Slasher team. I don't know if he's going to be an optimal choice, because Slasher is already pretty heavy in terms of the SugoFest exclusives, so I don't know if he's going to really find a place on that type of team, for example, but it's an option. I don't really know. I mean, you could run him on a Psy team, I guess, but a lot of the good Psy units are also free Spirit. It's going to be hard to figure out what kind of team he actually kind of squeezes on. And of course, he does have Grand Party stats. So in Grand Party, you can actually activate it 4 separate times, and it activates when the team uses 3 Rumble specials. So very, very easy to activate. And it will go ahead and target Cerebral, Powerhouse, Slasher, and Driven characters for attack level 6, speed level 6, defense level 6, all for 20 seconds. Targets your team for a 20% CT reduction, gives them additional cooldown. And then targets one enemy with high HP for 4 times leader base attack, ignoring defense. It's fine. I think this is good. The fact that you can launch it 4 separate times is a nice little touch. Like potentially using it at the right time to rush forward your special CT to ensure that characters launch their specials at the right time could be a use case for something such as this. I'm not really the biggest fan of it though, considering the raw power that you get already from characters like Psy Gear 5, even the Int Gear 5, which we just talked about, but also the Driven Uta has like a really good offensively focused Rumble Grand Party ability. So because you got so many good offensive abilities, I don't know if these utility focused ones are going to be that good, because the offensive ones are just better in a lot of cases. So I'm not the biggest fan of his Grand Party stuff. And then in terms of his Grand Party ability, he just gives Cerebral, Powerhouse, Slasher, and Driven characters attack and HP level 6, and then special CT speed up level 3 and crit up level 5. I mean, that's pretty good though. You can build really good teams just around this leader skill, but it's just a shame that his Grand Party burst skill is not as good, because I really love the Grand Party leader skill, but the burst, not really my favorite. But that's like pretty much it for Shanks, honestly. I think he's fine. It is a bit of a shame, and I've given my opinions. I've talked to people in the community at the moment. I do think that Shanks, out of the 3 headliner Super Sugo units, I feel like he's like the least desirable of the 3. We just don't know how useful like he's going to be in a lot of content. Like, yeah, he does reduce the intimidation by 2 turns. Yes, if you have double Shanks, you can remove 4 turns of that. But I mean, it really depends on the type of intimidation that you come up against, because at least these anniversary units, they all have like these buffs that can last for like 3 turns. Like they last 2 turns, but then like the captain abilities extend them and stuff like that. So I don't really know how useful it's gonna be to remove the intimidation. And he's got a good special. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Like removing 10 turns of Rainbow Shield, removing the barriers, and getting a full border slot. Color Affinity boost is pretty cool, but I mean, Color Affinity is like the weakest of Attack, Orb, and Affinity, because you need to have type advantage in order to actually make it work. So I think Shanks is a really cool unit. Obviously, I want to get my hands on this unit, but I just think that out of the 3 headliners of Luffy, Ace, and Shanks, he just kind of feels like the least desirable to me personally. But I think that no matter way you look at it, he's going to be a nice unit to have. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about this guy. What do you think? Is he one of your favorites? I love the alternating artwork, by the way. I really love that. But of course, it's going to be very difficult to get your hands on that one. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And if you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.